This ain't good.
Damn. How far did he fall?
2 kilometers. Easy.
Stay sharp. Gorman?
His armor's locked up. Gel layer could have taken most of the impact. I don't know, Sergeant Major.
Radio for Vito. Heavy lift gear. We're not leaving them here.
Yeah, you're not.
Oh, crazy fool. Why do you always jump? One of these days, you're gonna land on something as stubborn as you are. And I don't do bits and pieces. Where is she, Chief? Where's Cortana?
Don't make a girl a promise if you know you can't keep it.
She stayed behind.
Corporal, make it quick.
Sorry, sir. Your armor's still in partial lockdown.
Welcome everybody, Josh here, back again today with a brand new special, I guess you could say, video game news related review. So today we're going to talk about this, which is the fact that Halo is actually going to be getting a remaster. Not just the Halo CE, but also the other games in the Halo franchise are being remade and remastered and coming to potentially the PlayStation 5. Now, as you guys know, I'm a massive fan of both the Microsoft Xbox as well as the PlayStation. I've reviewed games on this channel that kind of relate to both consoles as it currently stands. I think that having Halo on multiple different consoles, not just the Xbox, but also Sony's platform or even potentially Nintendo like they tried to do in the past, it's not really a bad thing per se for the Halo franchise. I think that the Halo franchise as it currently stands at we had really great games with the Bungie era from Halo CE all the way down to Halo Reach before 3 Industries took over. We didn't really have that great of a start with Halo 4. It was a good game. It had some really great story elements to it that I really did like, which I'm going to be reviewing at some point in time on this channel. But I think that Halo 4 was definitely a weaker game compared to even Halo 3 or even Halo Reach for that matter, which personally for me, I think that Halo 2 is when Halo was at its peak. I think that Halo 2 is a really great game, relatively underrated compared to even Halo 3, which everybody praises as one of the greatest Halo games in the franchise. And I think that Halo could look really, really great, especially with the Unreal Engine that they're currently, I guess, moving towards, which I don't know why they're not going forward with the Slipspace engine. I guess it's just taking so much time for them to develop new Halo games that they have to go over to newer engines to help build the Halo franchise moving forward. I think that starting from Halo CE, allowing new players to experience the games, having crossplay could be a really good feature that could elevate Halo as a status, and having people play on the Xbox and PlayStation together would be a really cool thing to see finally on a next generation system. And I think the fact that they are remaking one of the greatest games of all time, which is Halo CE, could really work well for the franchise. Halo CE is one of my favorite video games because it starts the Human Covenant War. You get to see the Halo ring for the first time. You get to experience who Master Chief is as a person, along with his AI companion, who is Cortana. And Cortana is his sidekick throughout the entirety of the game. She's helping Master Chief finish his, which is to save humanity from extinction. She's also there to help guide Master Chief throughout the storyline of the game and provide much needed information about battle plans and how to defeat the Covenant, like I stated before. And I think that the gameplay of Halo C is really amazing as well. It's a huge, massive landscape, all rolled into story-driven linear narrative like we've seen countless times in the past. And I think that that's really missing in terms of gameplay mechanics today. And I think that with the power of the PlayStation 5, with the different graphics capabilities that you could have on both systems, with the fact that you can bridge the gap between players on different consoles, with the fact that you can experience a new generation of gaming with your fellow friends on both Xbox and PlayStation's platform, I think that this could work. And while a lot of Halo fans are rightfully nervous about the fact that Halo is moving to PlayStation, I think that only good things can come from Halo being on multiple different platforms. I think that for so long, single-player exclusives have been locked to one generation of hardware, and while it does sell video games, while it does sell consoles, I think the importance of having Halo become a multi-console generation in the future is something that is important to the franchise. Halo is in a slump, and I think that while I didn't like Halo 5 Guardians, while I think it's a terrible game compared to even Halo 4 for that matter, because it strays so far from the lore of the video game franchise itself and what games itself have been known for, which is this Human Covenant War, where humanity has its backs against the wall and is trying to fight for its survival, and you got Master Chief as the savior of humanity trying to save humanity from extinction. I think that that storyline really lends well to science fiction narratives, and I think that it's definitely one of those video game franchises that I myself as a screenwriter and storyteller have really been inspired by over the years. years, and I think it's one of the first video games that really blew my mind as to what first-person shooter narratives could do, especially with old-school games like Wolfenstein and Doom. I think that Halo really set the bar for future FPS games as a whole, and a lot of the modern-day video games like Call of Duty, Battlefield, and other games of that nature have borrowed their gameplay mechanics from Halo, so I think that having a newer generation of console gamers experience what Halo is as a whole, what it means as a storyline for the games, if 343 sticks to the storyline of the franchise itself and just builds upon what they weren't able to do in terms of the Bungie era of the franchise with the first couple of Halo games because they're under a lot of crunch, could be a really cool idea. Could really bridge the gap, like I said before, between gamers and, you know, multiple different consoles, and I think that could only help the franchise and sell more copies in the future, and I think that is what we're desperately needing right now, is a unification of both Microsoft and PlayStation to allow cross-gen gameplay to happen, because it's really disheartening to feel like you have one console generation of gamers that doesn't get to experience these games unless they have multiple different systems like I do. I pretty much have every system out there except for the Xbox Series X, which I do plan on getting at some point in time in the near future. But I think that for console gamers, it's really annoying to have friends on different systems and not be able to play the game that everybody else is talking about and playing online with your friends because you don't have that specific console. I think that that's one of the things that's really ending right now, is that Microsoft's focusing on making their consoles multi-platform with other systems, and so you don't really have to play their games on one particular system. You can basically play it on whatever system you want. I think that can only benefit them in the near future. So as a Halo fan, I see people's worry because now not only are they not making consoles specifically for Xbox or going away from the Xbox system, they're actually taking their games and making them multi-platform, and I think that can only be a benefit for Microsoft as a whole. And I think that right now locking exclusives to one system sucks because it's like, well, then other people who don't have the money for a new system can't really play it as well, and I see their opinion on that as well. So this wasn't going to be a really long video discussing this. I kind of wanted to put my thoughts and opinions out there because I saw the news when it happened and I was blown away by the fact that they're actually remaking the Halo MCC, but also going to be porting it to PlayStation. I think that once that comes out, I'm definitely going to be picking myself a copy of that game if it is actually Halo MCC remastered or remake for the PlayStation console, and not just fully just remaking every single game up until Halo Reach and porting it over and then doing the 343 Industries games or just porting them over. We'll see what happens with that as well. But I think that as a Halo fan, this is really exciting news. This is something for the future to look forward to and also to be worried about, because they could potentially botch this with a remake itself and destroy what they have already kind of messed up with Halo 4 and Halo 5. Halo Infinite was a step in the right direction, but it was too little too late, and I think that had they had Halo Infinite right out the get-go, could have united a lot of the fans for Microsoft's consoles and ushered in a new generation of Halo fans for the 343 industry era of Halo as a franchise. So I think that this could only be good things if they're actually indeed trying to stay faithful to the lore. If they try and deviate from that like they have been in the past, it's not going to work out. So those are my thoughts and opinions of the Halo remakes as it currently stands. We really don't know much else other than the rumors that they are probably going to be remade and ported over to next generation systems on the PlayStation as well as Microsoft's consoles. Once more information comes out, maybe I'll talk about my overall opinions of that when that actually happens. But for now, please let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of the Halo franchise as it stands. Which generation of Halo games did you like? Did you like the Bungie era or 343? Which Halo game in the franchise is your favorite? Let me know in the comment section down below. As always, guys, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
I'm getting you out of here.
No, you're not. No, don't let her go. Don't ever let her go. Send me out with a bang.
Chief, I'm so sorry.